Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of ink blending and some embossing powders and stamping. I want to try something different. I was inspired by a couple of cards I saw on Pinterest, so I wanted to give it a try, and I wanted to use up some new stamps that I got. Now, I'm going to be making a white card today. 10 inches by 7 inches, score it at the 5-inch line, fold it, and crease it with your bone folder. And then I have a piece of black cardstock. This measures 6 3/8 by 4 3/8. And then I have a piece of white cardstock that measures 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now I cut those out of GinaK's Master Layouts 8, but I gave you the measurements in case you don't have that. All right. This is going to be a fairly straightforward card, but what I want to do to this first is I want to cover up a little bit of the edges, because if I want to make like a white border on here. Now you could use washi tape. This is what I used on yesterday's project. You could just put your washi tape down, mask it off, and then peel it back up. But I have some GinaK's masking magic strips. These are 1/4 inch, and I'm going to put them right on the very edge of the card, all the way around. And I'm just lining them up with the edge. I'm making it's not really a rainbow, but it's a rainbow theme background. Now I'm going to use my Waffle flower grip mat today. So I'm just going to pick this up, set that on my mat. And these grip mats do get stained, especially with reds and pinks. And I always put mine crooked because I kind of like when I'm writing how I angle it. And then I have a stamp. This is by sweetstamps.com, and it's called Encircled Diamonds. And I want to put that on there. Now this is not going to go all the way over, so I'll need to add a little bit on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this over so I can match up my circles when I'm done. I want to get it fairly straight, but you could have it so that the circles were not straight up and down. All right, I'm going to start out with some wild dandelion. And I'm going to turn this because I want to start down this end. I want to get that a nice bright color. Okay. And I'm now going to go into blue raspberry. Now tangerine twist. Now passionate pink. And I'm going to put a little piece of scrap cardstock right down there so that if I go over, I won't get it where I don't want it yet. I'm coming in with the passionate pink. I'm going to leave that because I'll need to come back to the pink when I move my stencils. And now I am doing dark orchid. Now, I'm going to pick up my stencil and move it over. And it doesn't need to go over an awful lot of space. So I just need to, I'm going to finish the orchid over here. And I guess I didn't even need to ink up my brush. And do a little bit more down here. And then add, yeah, I do need to add more pink. look at how bright and pretty rainbow colored that is. All right, I'm just going to set this aside to wash later. Now I'm going to peel up my masking magic. You can put these right back on here because you can use them again. As long as once the stickiness starts to go, then you need to, change them out. But and I did get some over here where I didn't want it. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to try. When I moved my stencil the second time, I didn't have my masking magic all the way over. And that's okay. I can trim that up just a little bit, or I can come back. And add to the edge. But I'm going to see if my eraser will get it. I'll show you what I mean. See, over here on the edge, I didn't have my masking magic strip all the way over. And that is okay. I can just trim off these if I want to and get rid of the stitched edge, which is probably what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to come in with stamping. So I need my stamping platform. Now, I have these. This is the stamps I want to use. This is the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous. I used the Stencil last week or so to make a card. But I want to use these butterfly stamps. And I want to put them all over this background. So let's see which butterflies I want to use. I know I want to use this one. I might use several of them actually. Butterflies going here, there, and everywhere. And in going different directions. I might just fill the whole thing with butterflies. Okay, now, you would think I'm going to use plain old ink. No, I'm going to use my Versamark because we're going to emboss these. Let's get these ink pads off. Now, I'm going to use the Versamark. This is a watermark stamp pad. And I'm actually going to do this twice. And you can't see on there, but the ink is there. Put that lid back on. Okay, now just set that aside for a minute while I get a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to use, I got a pack of new embossing powders from Amazon. The Wow Primary Ebony Superfine. And I haven't even opened it yet, so I need to take the little cover off. Oh, it comes off. All right. And I'm just going to sprinkle this all over my card. A little bit more. Right there. Now, if you have any that is left on, just find a little paintbrush and brush it off where you don't want it to emboss. And now you could use one of those little embossing magic pads. I don't happen to have that, so I do a lot of and erasing with a paintbrush. Just a little bit left up here. And it's okay that I did not get a lot of stuff. I didn't get enough ink on this butterfly because I have to put a sentiment on this card. So I can put that right there over the butterfly if I want to, or leave it as is. I think that looks good. All right, so now I'm just going to pick this up and put it back in the bottle, hopefully. I do have some on my desk. Yeah, I have some on my desk because it overflowed. I'll just take a, that'll work for now. I'll have to get a little bit of water. And get off as much as I can for now. It'll clear off this silicone mat fairly easily later on. Okay, now I have my heat tool. This is gonna, it's just an old Darice heat tool. This is gonna be a little noisy. I also like to go from the back. There we go. It's starting to glisten. Okay, now I want to take, so it's going to sound strange, but I want to splatter this a little bit. But let me cut off my edges first. I will get my, where is it? Oh, right by my feet. I'm just going to cut off that stitched edge, which will give me a little bit of a wider black border, but that's okay. Now I want to do a splatter, but I didn't get that all the way cut. I want to do controlled. So I'm going to do that once the card is put together. So I actually want to splatter it with black mica powder. Now, I'm going to put you on pause. Let me get the mica powder. Be right back. Okay, I have this, it's luster black mica powder. I got this on Amazon. It was a whole set of mica powders. I haven't even used the black yet. I'm just going to put a little bit on my mat. Whoop, that's a lot. Okay, where's my spatula? Put some of this back. I don't need that much. And I'm just going to squirt some water. And then I have a fan brush. Just going to kind of get that all wet. Now I'm going to take off my glasses so I don't get splatters on them. And then I'm just going to Add some black splatters. And since I already have my heat tool here, I am just going to heat set these so I can continue, but I need to clean this up. Where'd my paper towel go? Right here. I got way more than I needed. That'll just keep me from getting black everywhere. Actually, I'm going to put you on pause again while I clean off my fingers before I touch my white card. Okay, I'm back. I cleaned off my fingers and my table. Now I'm just going to heat set this just a little bit. Well, I unplugged the heat tool. And if you do it from the back too, that also helps to even out your card so it's not curved forward as much. And that just gives the mica powder, it's probably hard to tell on camera, but it has a little bit of a sheen to that black splatter. It gives it more of a little semi-grunge look to it. Now I do need to stamp again because I need to stamp my sentiment. I'll take these butterflies. And I'll just stick them over here for now. Now for my sentiment, I want to use this Happy Birthday from GinaK's Spring Clusters. It has a matching die cut. So I'm just going to use a piece of scrap paper. Let's see if I have room on this one that I used. Yes, I can use that one. And I'm going to do this with a VersaFine Claire Nocturne. Clean that off. Now I'm going to get the die cut for that. It's not the right one. Okay. Ah, there it is. Pardon me. Right, I'm just going to die cut that out. And it moved on me. Not much, but it moved enough. I need to stand up instead of just swiveling around. And I'm actually going to cut out one more of those just to have a second layer to make it a little thicker. And that I'll just put right behind there. Okay. Now I'm going to glue this to my black mat. And then I'm going to put my acrylic stamping block on top of it to kind of get the glue set down. Come on, glue. Hello. Of course. There we go. Now this will have a wider border than normal since I trimmed off the stitched edge. And I'm just going to set my block on that to dry for just a minute. Okay, glue these two together. Now glue that to the front. I need to check my card. Yep, make sure I didn't have any black where I don't want it. Now set that down again. I'm going to prop the birthday up using some thin foam strips. Yeah, trying to position it so you don't see the foam tape behind the cut. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Not looking too bad. Now figure out where I want to put that. I've been more drawn to the sides lately. And so if I put that over the wing of the butterfly that I didn't get fully covered with the embossing powder, and then just a few little blings. And I haven't decided. I have some on this sheet that have a little Aurora Borealis sheen, or I have some gold pearls. And I'm kind of thinking the gold pearls, but let me see. Oh, that hot pink would be pretty. Oh, I could do the different colors. All right. There's even black on there. Oh, the black would look nice with the black splotches. Okay. No to the gold pearls. Let's do a tiny hot pink. In the hot pink. If I can get it off my fingernail now. Hello. With a little purple in the purple. A pastel pink. The orange is too bright. I don't want to use the orange, but I do like that blue. So we'll put 2 blue. Let's see how that yellow is. Oh, that yellow is nice. Okay. And then I think a black. It needs a black. Right there. Okay. That's my card for today. Some rainbow ink blending, some embossing, and I love how that's sparkling just on the camera view. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.